Learn from an undercover investigator and join the club with the right clothes. Hello and welcome to Fashion Bites. I'm Ellen Byerrum, author of The Screwball Noir, Crime of Fashion Mysteries, featuring Lacey Smithsonian, a fashion reporter in Washington, D.C., the city that fashion forgot. Lacey solves crimes with fashion clues, and it's time to decode a few more of those clues. Today I'm talking about things you can learn from a private investigator about dressing. When I took a PI course in Virginia, we had a wonderful instructor named Mel Barth, who is now deceased. Mel had the kind of crazy experiences you would see in a movie. He had a talent for understanding the criminal mind and how to investigate those wacky felons. He also had some fabulous assignments as an investigator and a bounty hunter, and he was very funny. On one of his assignments, Mel was hired to find and bring back a married couple who had absconded with millions of dollars after defrauding investors and who had fled the U.S. Mel went undercover to find them. And here is the fashion note. In order to go undercover, you don't disappear. You become part of the scene, part of the background. You have to join the club. That means you go where your subject goes, you act like them, you dress like them, and you don't stick out. If khaki shorts, polo shirts, and sandals are the uniform, that's what you wear. If you have to pick up a fishing rod to blend into the scene, you do it. This particular job took Mel to a Greek island which did not extradite criminals to the U.S. The married thieves were living on a yacht in luxury and lapping up their ill-gotten gains. So Mel rented a yacht and the boat slipped next to them. He became part of the background and he could easily surveil the goings-on. However, he had to wait until they went to France, which did have extradition with the United States. It must have been tough all those days in the sun and the water. But Mel followed the pair to Paris, alerted the police, and made plans for the capture. When he walked into the room, the guy said, "Hey, Mel, what are you doing here?" Now, Mel told us as he was slapping the cuffs on, the subject offered him $1 million to let him go. Mel said, "Now I'm going to have to kill you. You're getting too close to my price." Obviously, he didn't take the offered $1 million. Mel had joined the club. He could be a chameleon. Now, if you want a job or a certain kind of friend, you start with the basics. Our clothes are the quickest shorthand we have. That's what I have to do when I think about my main characters in my crime of fashion mysteries. They all have distinctive styles of dressing that are part of them. Lacey loves classically tailored vintage clothes. Brooke Barton would be a charter member of the Lawyers' Suit of the Month Club, if there was one, and she loves Burberry and Ralph Lauren. Now, Stella always goes for a sexy look, tight, short, and shocking. That's her mantra. Marie the Psychic favors flowing skirts and blouses and a sprinkle of stardust. And there's Felicity Pickles, our cook and food editor, in her schlumpy dresses and unending wardrobe of themed sweaters. Each character belongs to their own clubs or circles. Now, some years ago, when I researched horse country and Middleburg, Virginia for my thriller, The Woman in the Dollhouse, the vibe was preppy plus and tailored, in a very expensive yet understated way. People strolled down the streets in their riding gear, jodhpurs and red coats. Someone told me later on that is frowned on in the main street in Middleburg. But it's not all multimillionaires. I know, I was shocked too. In fact, there were struggling families and people in service jobs and kids who wanted to fit in with their preppy peers. The rest of the country was experiencing a period of grunge and goth, with a lot of black leather, zippers, and torn jeans. But not in Middleburg, Virginia. The underprivileged teens who needed clothes and hunted through thrift and charity stores did not want torn jeans and goth clothes. They wanted Ralph Lauren blazers and sweaters. They didn't want to look different. They wanted to fit in. They didn't want their economic status to mark them as underprivileged. The first secret to joining a club is to know which club you want to belong to. Is it doctors, lawyers, journalists? Decode the dress code. A friend of mine who used to work as an attorney for the Environmental Protection Agency in Washington, D.C., swore that green shirts were the prevailing style. He called them the greenies. It may even have been an unconscious style choice, but it was obvious to all observers. When you want to fit in with a certain group, the key is to find what the prevailing style is and how to make it yours. Leather jackets give off one vibe, and velvet blazers have another. Wearing a backpack sends a different signal than carrying a briefcase. Even footwear sends a message. Some men wear suits with athletic shoes, others with cowboy boots, and still others choose wingtips or polished tassel loafers. Women have more choices, but endless choices can lead you into tricky territory. Like that private investigator's lesson, you can study an area in which you want to gain entrance, and you can learn to fit in. Then again, you can fit in, but also give your style some signature keynotes that set you above the rest of the herd. But that is a fashion bite for another day. If you want to know more about me or my books, check out my website at ellenbyerrum.com. I'm also on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. If you like this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to this channel. That way, you won't miss any, and I'll see you next time. Bye.